Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are doing some Cliffhanger battles against Shagness. I know you guys know her, but I will leave a link to her Twitter page in the description down below. Now, we actually didn't do too many battles. I thought we did more battles than we actually did. As I was editing this video, I realized that we didn't really do too many battles, and that's okay. So I just wanted to let you guys know I did not speed up this video. I do apologize for that, for those that enjoy the sped up videos, such as myself. I personally enjoy if they're a little bit sped up, but yeah, I didn't speed up these battles just for this video. But regardless, we are going in with Noctowl, Azumarill, Toxicroak, Togekiss, Meganium, and Alolan Muck, and Shagness is running Swampert, Lantern, Flygon, Venusaur, Sableye, and Noctowl. So because of how well Togekiss did against me, I wanted to give it a try. I did not purchase a secondary move on it, although I would go with probably Aerial Ace and Ancient Power. My opponent from yesterday's video was running Flamethrower, which obviously gave me some trouble with my Fortress, but I think I would go with Aerial Ace and Ancient Power, just my opinion. They do charge up faster, and they are pretty powerful moves. But yeah, I also wanted to give Meganium a try. I know it's kind of outclassed, or yeah, kind of outclassed to Venusaur. Usually people just look at Venusaur and prefer that one, and I don't disagree with that, but I personally like Meganium as well, so I wanted to give it a try and see how it works. So I'm pretty satisfied with this team. Obviously, I do need to get that second move onto Togekiss, but aside from that, the team did work well, in my opinion, and I'm definitely going to be trying this team out again. But we are hit with a Hydro Cannon from that Swampert, but all I have to do is just basically feint it down. You know, we don't have any shields, but we could take these Hydro Cannons. Still does a decent amount of damage, being how bulky Meganium is, but we're still able to just finish it off with Vine Whips. I didn't go for the Frenzy Plant because she still had a shield, and I knew I could just knock out Swampert with Vine Whip. But we do go ahead and win that game, so that was a very good game. All of these games were good. I think we only have 4 battles in this video, so again, I thought it was more. For some reason, I just thought we did more games, but I guess not. But anyway, for this battle, we do lead with that Azumarill, and she leads with Flygon. Now, this is a favorable matchup for me because we do resist that Dragon Claw, even though it charges up super fast. You do have to watch out for Earthquake, but you know, I knew I had the Ice Beam, so I was okay with it. We do get off that Ice Beam, and I knew she had to use a shield against this because she's not going to allow that Flygon to go down in one hit. So, yeah, she does use a shield, and now she goes for a move. Now, I decided not to block. I didn't think this was a Dragon Claw. I figured it was an Earthquake, but I still decided not to block because I knew I could take it. So, as you can see, it is an Earthquake. Doing a good amount of damage, actually. But, again, I knew we could take it. And we fire off an Ice Beam, so she is either going to allow Flygon to go down, or she's going to use her last shield, either of which I am okay with. So she does use the last shield. Now this I knew was a Dragon Claw because I knew it wasn't, she didn't have enough energy for Earthquake. At least I didn't think she did. And again, I was correct, it was a Dragon Claw. So that is definitely good. So I am charging up more energy. She does switch out, I guess trying to catch the Ice Beam, but I'm okay with going for an Ice Beam against Venusaur. So we do go ahead and fire off the Ice Beam, which will definitely do a lot of damage to this Venusaur. So I do pull the switch right away into my Noctowl, and she's going to go ahead and use a move, which does happen to be Sludge Bomb, but I do decide not to block it anyway because, again, I know I could take a Sludge Bomb, so we do go ahead and take it. I do like Noctowl if you're not going with Skarmory for the Cliffhanger Cup because it is a solid option. It's really bulky. You know, obviously I would say Skarmory is a better Pokemon, but if you're not going with that route, if you're going with a different Pokemon, Noctowl definitely gets the job done. So we do fire off a Psychic right now against Lantern, doing a decent amount of damage, nothing too crazy, but it's okay. And right now I'm just going for, or trying to get to the Sky Attack before she feints me down with Water Gun. So we do get to that Sky Attack, and this won't do a lot of damage, but, you know, better than nothing, and then we'll just feint to that Water Gun. So Thinking about it, I do decide to bring in the Meganium because I know I could take a Thunderbolt, I could take a Hydro Pump. This is going to be a Thunderbolt, so we could definitely take that. A Hydro Pump would have done more damage, but I guess she probably didn't have energy for it, I don't really know. But either way, trying to feint it down, not quite able to feint it down, but we can take another Thunderbolt easily, so we are going to take that Thunderbolt. And we'll just finish off this Lantern with Vine Whip and wait to see what comes in, which happens to be the Flygon. Of course, we knew it was going to be Flygon, so she does go for a charge move. I do decide to block this one. It is going to be that Dragon Claw just because I know I can get to this Frenzy Plant, or, well, we already had Frenzy Plant ready to go, so I do go ahead and click on Frenzy Plant, and this is going to knock out Flygon. So we do go ahead and take game 2. So another really powerful game, so thanks for the game. 2 more battles in this video. 2 more battles. If I had known we only did 4 battles, I probably would have, battled somebody else and put it together with this video, but I didn't even realize it. So again, do apologize for that, for the shorter video battles, but anyway, for this one, we do begin with Alolan Muck, and she begins with Venusaur, so this is a favorable matchup for me. Just go to town on that Venusaur. Now, I do make a mistake here. Well, first we take the move, whatever. I'm not going to block a Vine Whip, not a Vine Whip, a Frenzy Plant. I'm not going to block a Sludge Bomb. It is Frenzy Plant, so we could take that. So here, I do go for the Acid Spray. After I charge up a little bit, I should have went for that Dark Pulse because I didn't think she would block. So going for the Acid Spray, I would say was a mistake because, as you can see, she doesn't block it, which I didn't think she would. And then she does get off her move. Dark Pulse, I believe, would have knocked out that Venusaur. I think it would have. If not, it would have come very close, but I think it would have. So that's going to cost me a shield so I can knock out the Venusaur. And the reason I decided to use a shield is because I wanted to get an Acid Spray on whatever came in. So immediately I click on Acid Spray against whatever Pokemon it happens to be. So if we went for the Dark Pulse, we would have knocked out that Venusaur, I believe, and we wouldn't have had to use a shield in that position. But anyway, we do fire off the Acid Spray, and we're just continuing to farm up. Trying to get to the Dark Pulse this time, wasn't able to do so, that's okay. So I'm definitely going to bring in Togekiss, and Togekiss, look how much damage that Flygon doesn't even have time to respond. That's how much damage it is taking, and plus Flygon's moves cannot touch Togekiss. And now her final Pokemon is going to be that Sableye, so Togekiss just has to continue to click on Charm. Just use the fast moves, and it's doing more damage than a charge move would do. That's how much damage Charm is doing, you know. I mean, Charm does a lot of damage even if a Pokemon resists it sometimes, you know, let alone it being super effective against it, right? So we do go ahead and take that one. So fantastic game, fantastic game. And we do have one more in this video. So let's see what I lead with. I do decide to go with Togekiss, and she is going to lead with that Lantern. So I would say Lantern probably has the better matchup in this situation because she'll be able to get to Thunderbolt quick. But, you know, I do end up winning as long as I shield because Charm is going to knock out Lantern before Lantern can knock out Togekiss. So I'll win the matchup as long as I shield. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, she actually does pull the switch into Noctowl, which is fine by me. I click on Aerial Ace just to do as much damage as possible. Now, if I had Ancient Power, I would be going for Ancient Power, but I didn't purchase the second move onto it, but she blocks it anyway. And that's fine by us, or fine by me. And I'm trying to get to another Aerial Ace, but she gets to the Sky Attack first. I do decide to block this because I knew I could get to the Aerial Ace and then win with Charm, or she would use her last shield, either of which I was okay with. So I do go ahead and fire off this Aerial Ace. And this is going to actually actually it doesn't knock out, but we finish it off with Charm. So she's still up a shield, but, you know, we do take the knockout. Plus, the Lantern is very weak. So, very good position for me, in my opinion. We do have the Meganium, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that out right now. She'll get off her move. It could be Thunderbolt or Hydro Pump. I don't really know how to to count Water Gun, so I wasn't really too sure what it was. It was Thunderbolt. That's fine, and then I'm just going to finish it off with Vine Whips, and she still has a shield, something to keep in mind, but her final Pokemon will be that Flygon, so I knew I just had to use Frenzy Plant to take the shield, and this was a pretty good matchup for me, so I'm going to go ahead and use the Flygon, use the Frenzy Plant, and then switch immediately into my Noctowl, because I know Earthquake wouldn't do much, because it would do a decent amount, but we are a flying type, and plus Dragon Claw wouldn't do a whole lot, so you'll see we can take those Dragon Claws easily, and then we're able to get to, actually she gets to another Dragon Claw, but we're able to survive this as well. So as you can see, we're going to be able to take it, and then we do get off this Sky Attack, which should, I believe, knock out that Flygon. And let's see if it does. Does it? No, it doesn't, but then we're able to finish it off with fast moves, but it almost did. But either way, those were very good games. Thank you for the game, Shagness, and that's going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.